As Acts Church turns 17 and takes its first step into maturity, let's look back and watch the incredible journey that God has taken us throughout the years.
Hey Acts Church, you look like you've grown a little.
It all started in February 2000 with 3 people and a guitar on the 3rd floor of a SS15 shop lot. Although he knew only 3 guitar chords, Pastor Kenneth launched into what would be Acts Church's first worship session. 3 chords would evolve into a full band 2 years later, enabling us to release our very first album called First Priority.
I believe we can expect that it will be an album dedicated to the Holy Spirit.
More albums were released in the following years under the Experiment label.
There was one service where the whole team was on the worship team and left the speaker and Pastor Kenneth.
We carry it up and we carry it down and we sweat a lot. We wake up at 7 just to move the instruments.
In 2004, we took a leap of faith and moved our congregation to the 2nd floor of Summit USJ. Church partners were encouraged to buy a seat for themselves and one for a friend that they will invite to church. In that same year, we also raised $10,000 to build a school in Bihar, one of India's poorest states. This would have normally been considered an impossible feat, as most church partners were campus students. But our God makes the impossible possible.
Yeah, I brought some food for you. Eat! 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 Oh, hello! And welcome to the Mad Labs again.
We started the Asian Youth Ambassador Awards to recognize outstanding youths in Malaysia. Our first awards night was held in the Kuala Lumpur Performing Arts Centre in partnership with Astro and 8TV.
Welcome to the show.
A recipient of the award.
I love the durians. Jessie and Chen Chao is of course the finalist for an award.
And the award goes to...
And was only made possible thanks to the volunteers from church. We would go on to hold more AYA awards until 2010.
For the most outstanding youth of 2009 goes to Yo Chen Chao.
The award for the most outstanding youth of 2010 goes to Muhammad Saiful Nang.
In year 2006, when Acts Church was only 300 strong, we held the AYA Festival at a local stadium with performances by contemporary Christian band Delirious. This successful event was made possible thanks to God and the tireless efforts of our volunteers.
We were all set to launch Acts Cyberjaya on the 30th of March 2008. This was the first ever flyer we designed to tell people about the experience coming to you.
In 2008, Acts Church first local plant opened its doors to the Cyberjaya community, and this was followed by Acts Nilai in 2010.
Acts Church Nilai was officially launched this year in 18 April 2010.
Both church plants reached out to tertiary students in these 2 areas and brought many to the knowledge of Christ. This year also saw the eventful start of the Revel movement through 11 Revel tours across Malaysia. The tours culminated in the Revel Conference, which ignited the flame within the youth to make Christ known to their community, family and friends.
Why don't we just bless the school?
I felt that I should be blessing my boss.
I was reminded, love your neighbor.
We don't live for ourselves alone.
But I didn't stop praying.
Wow.
This time I decided to fast and pray.
As an extension to the movement, we have gotten the students to come together to bless the school with a brand new garden.
Let it be known that our God saved. God mark this life forever and ever. He's yours.
Well, we're here at the stadium.
Hey guys, we just wrapped up an amazing 3 days of Reunion 2013 conference.
The World Changers Conference started with the aim to build and sow into young working adults and entrepreneurs in church. First step was crucial to the birthing of many enterprises, which will be revealed later on.
I know that I'm called to make a difference where I am. It is very possible for us to be disciples of Christ and successful in our marketplace.
亲爱的爸爸，看过来，看过来，看过来。
Late 2011 would see the beginnings of our Bahasa and Mandarin services, which allows us to touch more lives.
Check it out, dude!
I know it's been a long day, but we are here to rock you.
Christmas that year was also graced with the screening of Expression's first short film, Life is Hard. In January 2012, we lived out Mark chapter 16 verse 15 and left our mark in the world with the planting of Acts Botswana, our very first international church plant.
We are truly blessed to have them, our gateway to heaven. Acts Church, we are winning against the devil.
10 months later, we would do the same with Acts London and Acts Melbourne. Our first social business, Clinic Kecerian, opened right underneath our AYA office in SS15. In subsequent years, others would catch the entrepreneurial bug and would be emboldened to start other social businesses. Reaching out through the performing arts was always in the hearts of many church partners and even Pastor Kenneth. Through Expressions, the Performing Arts Ministry of Acts Church has held many performances over the years. The Tailor-Made Man in 2013 would be their first foray into the performing arts community. The Tailor-Made Man rerun would happen in 2015, and a new performance called Esther graced the Damansara Performing Arts Centre in 2016. After almost a decade of calling Summit Second Floor our home, Acts Church moved out with heavy hearts in late 2014. We continued to meet in various locations such as Sunway Pyramid and Subang Grand Dorset Hotel, but longed for a permanent home. So, in 2015, we moved back into Summit USJ, now occupying a larger area on the 4th floor. It was a time of fresh beginnings, and some would say we moved even closer toward heaven.
Hey guys, welcome to I Survived Nilai, the best happening of today.
I Survived was started with the aim of welcoming new campus students and connecting them with church and friends in their new environment. This proved to be effective, and the I Survived event would be replicated in other locations and nations, helping students not just survive but thrive in their academic lives.
Jumpa lagi.
The desire to purchase the 4th floor premise saw the 5 Loaves 2 Fish initiative being birthed in the later part of 2016. God challenged Pastor Kenneth to divide 50,000 ringgit that was donated to the church amongst our many homes as seed money, and our homies were tasked with multiplying it through entrepreneurial efforts and sowing it back to the church. Over 70,144 ringgit and 57 cents was collected back and channeled into the Acts Church Building Fund, bringing us one step closer to fully owning our home. As we reflect back on all these amazing stories, milestones and miracles, we are confident that we will experience greater things in the coming years. So thank God for an amazing 17 years, and let's go deeper with Him in the next 17 years to come.